Hi, welcome everyone to the Future Proofed Palm Oil Summit and Exhibition. It is delivered to you live on a digital format. I'm Bonnie Redzan, and I will be your host for this 4-day virtual summit. The theme for the summit is Overcoming Challenges, Capturing Opportunities. It will focus on addressing the challenges faced by the palm oil industry and discuss on strategies and solutions from the market, policy, and technology perspective in building a future-proofed industry.
Datuk Muhammad Najib bin Abdul Wahab, the Chief Executive Officer, Malaysian Palm Oil Association, Mr. Paul Yeo, Chief Executive Officer of Convex Hub Group, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the inaugural Future Proof Palm Oil, or better known as FPPO 2020, an international conference and exhibition in a virtual format, connecting international experts with palm and kernel oils industry stakeholders from across 25 countries. I would like to thank the Malaysian Palm Oil Association, or MPOA, for supporting this initiative, and also thank Datuk Muhammad Najib Abdul Wahab, the CEO of the MPOA, for taking time this afternoon to be with us to deliver the special address at this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, the palm oil industry has become global. While major producing countries like Indonesia and Malaysia derive tremendous socio-economic benefits from the production and export of palm oil, many importing countries also benefit through value-added refining and product manufacturing. Despite a difficult beginning entering the global market, including harassment by competing oils, palm oil is now firmly established as the world leader in oils and fats. Palm oil now accounts for more than 30% of the global trade in edible oils and is projected to grow at a CAGR of 5.9% per annum to reach about 105 million metric tons by 2025. The major markets include China, India, EU, and countries in the Middle East. The palm oil industry is also a significant contributor to overall economic development, contributing about 4.5% and 2.5% of GDPs in Malaysia and Indonesia, respectively. It provides a constant source of income to approximately 600,000 smallholders in Malaysia and 3 million in Indonesia. It has become clear that many businesses around the world have grown dependent on a reliable supply of palm oil. Despite such resounding success, the palm oil industry continues to face challenges. What has become clear is the latest spotlight turning to the proposed palm oil-based biofuel ban in the European Union as the RED II regulatory changes come into effect in 2020. Palm oil has been claimed to be associated with deforestation, displacement of natural habitats, and also unfairly blamed to cause haze-related air pollution in Southeast Asian cities. It has also been suggested as a major contributor to global warming through displaced carbon-rich peat soils and wetlands purportedly used for oil palm cultivation. Even though efforts by the governments to embrace sustainability through certifications, the results never seem to be enough. The goalposts keep moving. The other challenges are even bigger. Plantations in Malaysia are faced with acute labor shortages, whereas reduced yield, low productivity, poor extension services, and low technology adoption continues to pose challenges to oil palm holdings, especially the smallholders in both Malaysia and Indonesia. It is in this context that the Future Proof Palm Oil initiative has been conceptualized and produced to future-proofing the industry. Future-proofing is about making sure that the palm oil industry will not be disrupted as it negotiates the road ahead. Embracing the theme of overcoming challenges, capturing opportunities, the FPPO 2020 will see a gathering of international experts from around the world coming together with the same cause to address one of the major challenges facing the industry, which is sustaining supply. Many experts look at sustaining supply as one major challenge as the industry negotiates the terrain of competition, which will become the common feature of the future business. This is also happening at a time when technologies are increasingly shaping future business of palm oil. As a result of years of investment in R&D, technologies such as IoT, robotics, AI, and automation are demonstrating realistic potential to help the palm oil industry surmount the many challenges ahead. It is imperative for the industry players to understand how such technologies will shape the future palm oil business. The 4 half-day conference will feature a series of presentations on the latest happenings in terms of technology and market development that will shape the future of the palm oil business. The panel speakers are here to answer the million-dollar question: is a future-proof palm oil industry attainable? The focus areas of discussion include approaches to instill a positive perception and confidence in palm oil, improving productivity with new breeding approaches, considering there will be no hectarage expansion, capturing emerging markets to increase palm oil consumption, making better prediction on price, an important factor influencing supply and demand, and negotiating the sustainable demands, including certification and meeting the consumer demand for transparency. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that the knowledge shared from the paper presented, as well as the panel deliberations, will better prepare you to face the future challenges and capture the emerging opportunities in the exciting business of palm oil. Finally, it is my pleasant duty to thank all 24 international experts and 4 session chairs from 15 countries for their time and efforts in preparing the papers and ably guiding the discussions. My sincere gratitude also goes to our sponsors, Planet, PS Global, and Control Union. Our sincere thanks to Datuk Muhammad Najib Abdul Wahab, the Chief Executive Officer of the Malaysian Palm Oil Association, for delivering the special address. To conclude, I wish all local and international participants a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Dr. Abdul Aziz S.A. Kadeh, Organizing Chairman of Future Proof Palm Oil and Chairman of Confex Sub. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. At the outset, let me first take this opportunity to welcome everyone to this conference on Future Proof Palm Oil 2020. I would also like to thank Convex Hub for inviting MPOA to support this first ever virtual conference on the topic of future-proofing palm oil, overcoming challenges and capturing opportunities. It is indeed an honor. I'm truly encouraged by the list of speakers who have agreed to make their presentations and share their expertise at this conference. It is remarkable that we can do this during this very challenging time of the pandemic. Palm oil, for many years, now lead the global trade in oil and fats. As one who has been involved for many years in the palm oil industry, I can vouch it is not easy to be a leader of the global oil and fats market. Palm oil was nowhere when soybean dominated the world market. This changed when Malaysia started expanding her oil palm cultivation. Palm oil displaced soybean from the top spot. When Indonesia joined, palm oil became almost unassailable. Ladies and gentlemen, the rise to be the number one has been a challenging one. It started with palm oil being attacked in a well-planned communication strategy in USA, linking it with heart disease. And soon the nutritional rulings against palm oil spread to the other markets. The palm oil industry in Malaysia counter such baseless allegations based on science to convince the market. The game changer came when scientists in the USA found evidence on the real culprit of heart disease, that is trans fatty acids, found mainly in the partially hydrogenated soybean oil. The whole industry went silent when the FDA put up a regulation making TFA labeling mandatory. After the negative health claims, the environment issue was next on the attack list. The claims were palm oil drive reforestation, emits more greenhouse gases, reduce the population of orangutan, and the list goes on. Again, the palm oil industry had to dispel the claims, providing the counter-arguments to such green bashing. The EU's impending ban on the import of palm oil, diesel, is also grounded in the claim that palm oil is not good for the environment. Never mind the fact that as a crop, oil palm is an efficient DHT sink. The latest attack is on labor. This time, the issue being raised to stop palm oil import is a claim of forced labor. Other issues being raised are those to do with child labor, labor housing, wages, and the latest, allegations of abuse of women working in the plantations. All these allegations are already within the scope of the many sustainability certification schemes that they subscribe to. Yet, despite being certified to the relevant criteria on labor, the industry is still being harassed. Many are now asking whether there is a hidden agenda behind all such rulings. This labor pain leading to import restriction is also not the only setback the industry has to endure. For years now, especially for the Malaysian palm oil industry, companies have been losing billions of ringgit because of unharvested fruits and delayed intervals. As a result of the difficulties in the recruitment of foreign labor, which accounts for almost 80% of the industry's labor force, a big percentage of the ripe bunches has been left to rot on the palm trees. The problem is exacerbated during the health pandemic. It is unclear how long the industry can endure the different aspects of the labor pains. Let us hope the industry will remain strong and resilient because many smallholders are dependent on the sustainability of the industry for their livelihood. What is clear is that palm oil has never taken the offensive position in dispelling the claim by competitors. All the communications on the virtues of palm oil was based on the facts of science. They were all evidence-based, but competitors often use manufactured facts to belittle palm oil. Sometimes it baffles me why parties are always picking on palm oil. If we look at the pains the world is going through, to me, palm oil stands out as among the candidates which can help ease the pains. One major pain that has raised global concern is the world is running scarce of suitable land for agriculture. At the same time, we need oils and fats as part of our diet. Compared to the other oils, palm oil uses almost 10 times less land. So why are they putting all this kind of obstacle on palm oil? I shudder to think what will happen if palm oil is not part of the global oil and fat supply equation. Ladies and gentlemen, lately there is concern that the noble objectives of sustainable development may have strayed from its original course. Many are concerned that it has been hijacked for use as an instrument for trade discrimination. Worse still, there are groups earning money under the guise of sustainable development by creating fear in some industries that have the slightest implications on sustainability. The palm oil industry is one which has to fight hard to ward off such discrimination. On this note, I'm happy that much of the topics related to sustainability and image perception are covered in this conference. Whatever it is, technology is a key factor to resolve all these problems. Technology is changing fast, and many of the new digitalized technology will come in useful for the palm oil industry to manage issues related to labor and sustainability. Is the industry ready and prepared to embrace the new normal that is emerging? Is the industry future-proof to effectively mitigate the challenges and capture the many potential opportunities? I hope this conference will provide the wake-up call for all of us to better negotiate the new realities. To conclude, I would like to once again congratulate Confax Hub for taking the initiative in putting together a comprehensive conference program to address current challenges, confronting the industry, and deliberate on ideas and provide solutions that solve and mitigate future challenges. With that, thank you very much.
Show you how our product actually works is to actually go through with the best way a plant autopsy. Here I would like to exhibit based on plant physiology.
The key thing that they want to assure is that they source from verified supply chains. For an example, out of 74 million CPOs being produced, Unilever accounts only for 3%, 1.5 million.
So this is the kind of simple comparison I like to make from blockchain and traditional databases. But essentially, a blockchain is an encrypted, tamper-proof database. And it really is unique because it has these elements: decentralized, distributed, secure, trusted, and automated.
So if you look at this cycle, we start at the planning stage, where we look at productivity analysis and management zone delineation. So delineating management zones in palm oil fields is an essential first step in planning the application of inputs.
As I've said, technology is, you kind of run away from adopting new technology and making use, incorporating all this technology into moving things forward. And the other issue that I like to also mention, the fact that, and we've already seen it as well, with adoption of technology, cost increase is inevitable. We need to do something about how how are we going to distribute this cost across the supply chain?
And bioplastic. So my research is focused on biosurfactant. So why biosurfactant? Because it has a unique properties, okay, and of course it is environmental friendly, and in my area it's able to produce from agricultural waste.
The opportunities, I mean, I keep saying this and I'll never stop saying this. Africa has been blessed, with land, sea, weather. You talk about it. We have suntans, 365 days of the year. We have a huge labor force. So it makes it the perfect ground for, oil palm development. There's opportunities in terms of investments in plantations. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to have to change our mindset. We're going to have to change our model from just being exporters of oil, but to look at what can we do, in the whole value chain, from refining, manufacturing, upstream, downstream, to branding. There's opportunity investments in terms of training and collaboration. This is one of the biggest areas. It's like talking about teaching a person how to fish.
The COVID crisis, the economic shutdown, the insecurity of food and work, etc. But also, crises are also opportunities. The silver lining of all crises in the past has been that societies have been willing and able not to return to business as usual.
The clearing of peat and releasing of GHG, fire risks. You talked about it also about, I'm sure everybody has also heard about the social exploitation issues related to palm. For example, rights of local communities were not respected. There are forced labor, poor living conditions, harassment, and also the health-related issues. These are all perceptions that has been very well ingrained in the public minds. That it is an unhealthy oil due to its high saturation.
Environment under TC207, environment management, which applies to all. Why can't this be the basis?
Can I raise my hand on this?
Yes.
Okay, so one thing that did happen, and I mentioned quite a lot on forest certification, is that the PFC, which is the program for the endorsement of forest certification system. So what they actually have there is, and look, I'm not necessarily saying that this is the way forward for palm oil or vegetable oils, but what they do have is they have like an umbrella certification.